Well, joining us now to discuss the plight of the ex-servicemen and how to improve their welfare is the National Director, Corporate Affairs of the Nigerian Legion, Grace Henry. Good afternoon, and so glad to have you on Arise News.
Good afternoon.
Well, of course, we know that you're very passionate about the welfare of ex-servicemen. Can you tell us, what are some of your plans for the Nigerian Legion regarding boosting the welfare of ex-servicemen?
Good afternoon. Actually, Nigerian Legion National Headquarters have a lot of plan for the welfare of the ex-servicemen and the officers that have served the nation, which we are doing right now to take care of their welfare and well-being, to mash up the whole world's veteran the way it's supposed to be.
Well, can you be specific when you say you have a lot of plans that you are currently carrying out now? Can you tell us what some of these plans are?
You can see recently, these governments about 2 weeks ago, that the widows and their dependents, the first lady reached out to them by giving them 250,000 naira for each of them in order to help them in their upkeeping. And with Ministry of Defense and the Nigerian Legion, partnering with the Ministry of Humanitarians, right now, we are going into up to 1 million veterans and their dependents to give them the palliative, to look into their welfare and what we can actually go into for them, which we are trying to compile the database and give them well-being and a little that we can stand, which has never happened before, and this force of faith in the country, to get into every one of them, both their dependents.
All right, you've mentioned getting to every one of them. I would like to take you up on the subject because we know that ex-servicemen are people that we should look after because they've actually made a huge sacrifice to answer the higher call, so to speak. But aside all this immediate palliatives that have been mentioned, down the line, what can be done to ensure that it is not a new government coming in trying to probably just hand out things to this ex-servicemen, that these things are cast in stone, that ex-servicemen know, or servicemen know that when they make that transition from active service to a redundant state, so to speak, they know what is available and what is accrued to them. And for some of them that are still in active service, if they peradventure, God forbid, lose their life, they know that their families and their dependents are actually going to be taken care of.
Thank you very much. Yeah, as you are rightly said, this problem is not for the federal government alone. When other people are sleeping, these people are at the war, fighting. I feel it's a job of all the country to take care of the ex-servicemen, not job of just a federal government. Why we're appreciating this government is that apart from the past government that helped in some of the money that they are owing us, that the past president helped in paying 134 billion in order to give us some of the security payments so that the ex-servicemen cannot go into any problem with all the situation that is going on, insecurity that is going on around in the country. So I feel that the country, everybody in the country should join hands together and help the ex-servicemen. It's not a thing of just federal government alone or Ministry of Defense alone.
Well, we all know that right now Nigerians have been groaning over the impact of the fuel subsidy removal. So I'm wondering, is there any palliative in place for ex-servicemen?
Yes, that's what I said in the initial stage. 1 million numbers have been budgeted for the ex-servicemen to take care of them and their dependents.
Okay, what is the role of the Nigerian military in all of this? Because we can be talking about what the government is doing. You've actually made a clarion call to Nigerians and private citizens and also corporates to actually join hands to ensure that these ex-servicemen are taken care of. But the Nigerian military are major stakeholders in all of this. What is their contribution to people that have served in the Nigerian Army, in the Nigerian Navy, in the Nigerian Air Force, and so on and so forth?
The service chiefs have done a lot. But you know, they have their own immediate problem to solve for the children at the war front. And with all this, they are still trying their best to reach out to the ex-servicemen in order to coordinate them and make sure that they are all in one place. The three service chiefs, like now, they are even planning how to merge us with the Americans and ex-servicemen to see what and what, for some of us to travel there, to see how they can help us to take care of our ex-service people. They pay this on their own little budget they gave to them.
Grace Henry, Director, Corporate Affairs, Nigerian Legion, thank you so much for joining us on Newsday.